Take a look at how the bookies have things set ahead of the start of the new season. City, Chelsea, Liverpool, and then Manchester United. 8-1. United, of course, been busy over the summer. Jadon Sancho making that move to Old Trafford as well. Rafael Varane on the brink as well of making that switch.
Look at those ESPN FC United haters.
Right,
that's what they'll say.
I can't even finish the intro without you interrupting. My question to you, Craig, was...
Got them down in fourth, because that wasn't us.
No, that is the bookies, in the UK.
Not us.
That's not Craig. If you were to compile the odds, would you have them fourth?
Yes. At the moment.
Right.
The Varane deal's not over the line.
No.
As good as that may be. I still think a problem area for them is right back.
Really?
I mean, Wan-Bissaka's that young guy's done well, defensively in particular, but I think they've not had enough from that position going forward. I know people don't like to talk about fullbacks because it's not the fancy thing to do. We talk about strikers and midfielders. But they went out and spent a lot of money on him, and I think it's becoming a bit of a problem area for them.
I thought you were going to say Solskjaer would be their problem.
I was getting to that.
There you go.
We don't know what Liverpool are going to do, right? But we do know the players coming back to fitness are almost like new signings. We know Chelsea are going to be strong, and obviously City. So they're there. I think it's about right for them at the moment until they prove everybody, myself included, differently.
Jan, Craig is saying it doesn't matter who Manchester United bring in, that with Solskjaer in charge, they're not going to win the league.
I did not say that.
I have to defend Craig. He didn't say that.
No.
But he didn't. But I think that Manchester United, there need some areas to improve, and maybe a fourth position at the moment is right. I think with Jadon Sancho, you get a player that excites people, that can take people on. I think that was needed. They need a defender. They need a central defender in Varane. I think that would be a perfect signing for them. Then Ole Gunnar could play also more offensively. He didn't have to use McTominay and Fred to hide at Lindelöf, and sometimes Maguire as well hasn't been so good together. And maybe a Trippier. The last thing from there is that he got a 40 million euro clause, and apparently Manchester United have made an offer was very below 40. I mean, 1/5 of 40. So it was a terrible offer. But they would probably, but it will come back to him. I also would say that Manchester United need a striker. I mean, I'm a great admirer of Cavani, and if you've seen him, Rashford will be out for a couple of 3 months, but you need a number 9. You need another striker next to a Cavani. We talked about it before. You need goals. Looking in Germany, RB Leipzig after they lost Werner, they don't have goals. No, they got Andrea Silva from Frankfurt. This is the thing you need to be up there. And Manchester United show last year they have the other things sorted a bit out, but they need goals. And with Jadon Sancho, they have a guy who will provide you some goals, but also a load of assists. And then you need someone who will get him over the ball over the line.
You also need Bruno Fernandes to find his mojo again.
Yeah, listen, I think Manchester United should be above Liverpool in that order, in the order of finishing in top 4 of the Premier League. I just feel that there are more questions about Liverpool, and I understand, yes, Liverpool still have that squad that won them the title a couple of seasons ago. I think the big question mark is around Van Dijk. Serious injury, how good will he be when he returns? That's the bigger question mark for me. Other than that, regardless of whether Chelsea comes good with the signings that we've been speculating about, or Manchester United gets some of those over the line, whether they do or don't, I still see it as City, Chelsea. I still think United third. Liverpool is the one that just far more questions about them than the others.
But it's hard to make the odds now if we don't know all the players they got.
Well, yeah, we've got to do a show. What are we going to do?
Yeah, and we do that every year.
Chelsea, no, but I'm just saying that when we do the serious analysis of it, imagine Chelsea will take Holland.
What show are you talking about?
No, but listen, I look at that midfield as well, and I think you mentioned it, right, Fernandes. You know, I think he was believing his own hype at the end of the season. He was getting annoyed with people that, dare I say, attempted to make a challenge on him. He was thinking, like, well, you're trying to tackle me, moaning at referees. Well, you're a marked man because you have done well. We know Pogba's a supreme talent. We have to trust him over a season at Man United, and that's what they'll be saying. And he absolutely can do it. McTominay's an interesting one. I think McTominay's a really, really good young player. Has done well for club and country. But would he walk into any of the other teams that they're going to be battling with? And I think the answer is no. And I think they need a bit more presence in that position. I agree with Jan on the striker front. It's a lot to ask for somebody with that many injuries and at that age in Cavani. But he could possibly do it. But I think there's no guarantee, like bringing in a Kane or one of these big guys. But here's the deal, and here's the more pressure that goes on the manager every time they sign somebody, is that fourth position, like second position, is just not good enough.
Right.
And the more Sanchos they bring in, the more Varanes they bring in, the more pressure to say, and to stop saying, well, the Glazers, well, Ed Woodward, who is left or leaving, well, him. And the more they bring these players in, the more the focus will go onto the manager, and the fact that if they finish runner-up or third or whatever again to City or Liverpool or whoever, it's going to be deemed as a failure. And there's no other way to paint it, the more people that you bring in.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN+.